It's the end of an era at the Evening Standard. This is the last daily print edition, and it's going to have a new name too.
It's almost 200 years since the London Evening Standard newspaper was first published. For decades, it was a staple part of the evening commute in central London. But today marks the last time it'll be printed daily. Victoria Hollins can explain what's happening.
How you doing, Barry? You good, mate?
It may not look like it, but this is the end of an era, delivering the last daily print edition of the Evening Standard to Londoners.
I read it on the tube on the way home.
Do you think London will lose something?
Yeah, of course it will. It's all part of London. It's been around years, isn't it?
Yeah, it matters a lot because I read it every evening and I enjoy reading it. And it would be a shame if you're going to go to once a week.
It's the same old story. Is bombers over open towns smashing civilians.
For nearly 200 years, the Evening Standard has reported on the events, big and small, that have shaped Londoners' lives. It cornered the capital's commuter market, even when it faced competition from other London papers. In its heyday, it published 5 editions a day and was a rival to many of the national newspapers.
It was very important, I think, in covering London stories. It was a London newspaper. It was terrific to work for it. When you get to the office at 6 in the morning, you'd work flat out until lunchtime. You go down, you see it go to print, you watch the printers making it up, you'd hear the machines rumbling into life. You come out of a long lunch and you pick up your morning's work on your way back to the office.
But daily circulation has dropped by nearly 600,000 in the past 5 years alone. It lost £80 million over a similar period. And like much of the newspaper industry, changes to the way we live and work have had a big impact. People have got more choice than ever about where they get their news from. There are smartphones, there's Wi-Fi on the tube, and the pandemic fundamentally changed commuting in London. All of that has forced the Evening Standard to reconsider its future. The Standard became a free newspaper 15 years ago, but print costs and paper costs have continued to rise. So now it'll have a print edition just once a week. It'll be renamed the London Standard and mean dozens of job losses.
Maybe the Standard lost its USP. The Weekly Standard, I think they are trying to target it more at stuff for Londoners, kind of that essential news, hopefully more in-depth analysis, kind of what's going on in the city. So hopefully people will still get that and feel like that is a London paper.
In an article in today's final daily, the editor told readers, London remains the greatest city in the world, and we will continue to reflect that. He'll soon find out if they think he's succeeded. Victoria Hollins, BBC London.